In this video we're going to run through stances. There's various different stances in Taekwondo. We're not going to run through them all, but we'll definitely go through quite a few that you'll use. Anywhere between white belt and black belt. Stances are used in all aspects when we're using, practicing hand techniques, and also when we're practicing Poomsae. So I'm going to start off the way we'd always start in a class, which would be chariot, which means attention. Yeah, so attention, chariot, and seogi means stance. So feet nice and tight together, fist by your side, body up nice and straight, standing like a soldier, standing to attention. So this is generally the way we start a class. Attention, and then we bow and back up. Next stance we're practicing today is chunbi, which means get ready, you know. Chunbi seogi, getting ready. So getting ready, you gotta move your foot to the side, lift your hands up to the center, hands flat in line with the center of your body, fists and down like so. My feet are parallel with each other. There is 1 foot distance between my feet. That is chunbi seogi. So run through that again. Chariot, chunbi. Hands up, take a big deep breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Down. Fists in front of the center of your body, in front of your belt. And 1 fist away from your belt and 1 fist away from each fist. Okay, I'm not really worried about hand techniques in this one, I'm worried about the stance. So this stance, chunbi seogi. Next stance, horse riding stance. So at the moment my feet are 1 foot apart, my legs are straight, soft knees. Next stance, my foot's going to move away, another foot distance. Hands come up, and feet nice and wide. Yeah, so now my feet are 1, 2, feet wide, knees bending. Yeah, knees bending, your weight going down through the center, heels on the ground, toes on the ground, back straight. Generally, fists would be on the side of your body like so. This stance, horse riding stance. Obviously, the name gives it a little bit of description. You're meant to look like you're sitting on a horse. So legs straight, no good. Legs slightly bent, no good. Knees should be bent. Get your hips down, nice and low. This stance used for practicing many basic techniques. It's a nice strong stance and good for building up these big muscles. Yeah, chuchum sogi, horse riding stance. Back to attention, chariot. Another stance we often use in Taekwondo is called sho seogi, so relaxed stance. So this is very much like chunbi, except your hands just go behind and you're just clasping your hands. Yeah, just clasping your hands behind you like this, keeping your body nice and straight. Relaxed, soft knees, but still focused. Showing you're focused, you can listen, looking straight ahead. Yeah, so often we use this if an instructor or master is describing and telling you what to do and how to do things. Yeah, so rather than just standing any old way, they stand in relaxed stance. Yeah, very military, you know, attention like a soldier, relaxed stance here, just behind. The next stance we're going to practice today is short stance. There's all different, people use all different names. We say short stance. So from here, I'm going to show you side on. So we're in attention this way. Short stance, you can do it with either the left or the right foot, doesn't matter. We generally do it in both, but for this here, I'm going to show you. Short stance is 1 foot distance between your feet. Yeah, so you're just stepping forwards like so, and there should be 1 foot distance between your feet. Your legs aren't locked straight, they're just soft knees, very, very soft. Not down here, heel on the ground, this way. Yeah, we practice this stance again using blocks. Some people say walking stance, because it just looks like you're walking. Yeah, walking stance like so. Basic Poomsae. 1, 2, Yeah, short stance, apsogi. Apsogi is called. So it's very important you know how to do the stance and you know the name, both in English and in Korean, okay? Next stance we're going to look at is apkubi. So it has a slightly different sounding name, apkubi. Long stance. Yeah, so a minute ago we did short stance this way. As I said, soft knees, 1 foot distance between your feet. The next one, your foot is going to go forwards. Another step, you've got to bend that front leg, back leg straight. This is called apkubi, long stance. Again, we practice this stance using various hand techniques, like so. Common mistakes on this one is back foot going that way. Yeah, it's very important. Your back foot is pointing as far forward as you can. It can be a slight 10 degrees out, that's fine, but it shouldn't be pointing to the side. Yeah, front toes pointing straight ahead, back toes just slightly at a slight angle. Other common mistake with this stance is people doing it very wide. Okay, very wide. So it is, as I said, 2 feet distance in length. Yeah, but the width should be 1 fist. Yeah, so between this foot here, a fist, and that foot should be straight back there on that line. Okay, so quite easy to see in this floor. You can see the tiles, the lines on the floor going back this way, like so. So apkubi, long stance. Yeah. So those two stances, short stance apkubi, short stance apsogi, and long stance apkubi, probably the most common stances you use until you get to about green belt. Yeah. Then you start looking at other stances, and these other stances are dwi-kubi. Okay, dwi-kubi. So dwi-kubi, your foot is at an angle, is at a straight line, sorry, to the side. I'm going to show you side on. Other foot, your heels are in line, and the foot goes 1, 2, 3, yeah, or 2.5. Yeah, it's not exact science, but this is how it should look. Yeah, lots of people do it too short. If you do it too long, it's going to look like a long stance. It should be pointing to the side. If you're on a timber or a wooden floor or tiled floor, you can use the lines to see if it's in line. Yeah, so pointing to the side. Other foot pointing straight ahead. Knees bending. Your weight is going to the center. Don't sit to the back. Don't sit to the front. Weight center. You got to make sure these knees don't come in. Yeah, it makes it look weak. Nice strong stance. Knee over the top of your toes. This knee here doesn't quite go over your toes. It slightly sits back a little bit, and your body weight's sitting down. And your body just relax. So when you move forwards, your body's nice and relaxed position. Not front on, not really side on. Yeah, nice relaxed position. Dwi-kubi, back stance. When you're moving forwards, you got to try and keep that height. Don't step up and down. Moving forwards or backwards without lifting your head. Yeah. Also, this stance, back stance, should be the same height as long stance. So if you do your long stance down here, make sure your back stance is not way up here. Yeah. Because when you go from back stance, long stance, head should be staying the same height. Yeah. And this is where people, that back foot and your back stance here, when you do your long stance, got to turn to face forwards. Yeah? So make sure you pay attention to what your feet are doing, looking down. It's good once you know your patterns to practice them, just practicing the feet movements. Yeah? Making sure you're doing the right stance. Yeah? Short stance, then move to long stance, turning short stance to long stance. So, yeah? And so on. Yeah? You're going to have short stance, long stance, back stance to long stance. Next stance we're going to look at today is called bumsogi, tiger stance. Okay, some people will say cat stance, but we say tiger stance. Okay, tiger stance is a bit better, a bit more ferocious. So from here, I'll go to the side again. Our feet fist distance apart. Fist distance. You're going to move your foot one step forwards, and you're going to lift your heel off the ground, your toes on the ground. Yeah? So watching from here, there's one fist between my feet. I'm going to put my foot forwards, so my heel is in line with my toes. And then from here, I'm going to bend, lift my heel nice and high. Front foot, ball of the foot on the ground. And from here, bending your knees. Your knees are pointing forwards. Your body is nice and relaxed. Again, when you step forwards, you shouldn't be going up and down. You should be staying the same height. Going forwards, tiger stance, tiger stance, tiger stance, tiger stance. Yeah, so don't get in the habit of going up and down, up and down. Try and keep it the same height. Yeah, from here, down, down, again, that back foot should be as straight as possible, but you are allowed to have a slight 10 degrees angle on it if you have to, yeah? If it is really straight, it's no problem, okay? 10 degrees, fine. Out to the side, it's not right. Your knees should be pointing forwards. This stance is a good stance for kicking. Yeah, you're here, you don't have to move. Lift your front foot, kick, all your weight on your back foot, yeah? When you're in a stance, it's about 70% weight, 30%, yeah? 70-30. Okay, so tiger stance is very important. You can remember that one. So far we've covered tension, chumbi, juchumsogi, sho, seogi, apsogi, apkubi, dui kubi, back stance, bumsogi, tiger stance. Next one we're going to look at is Haktari Seogi, crane stance. So this is more up there when you get to about red belt, start practicing Haktari Seogi, okay? So from here, if you just put your tension stance, feet together, all you've got to do is lift one foot up, get your knee nice and high as your belt, other foot at the side of your knee, try not to do leaning. From here, just keeping your foot in this position, yeah? Foot in a natural, just relax your foot, don't point it down, just a natural position there. From here, you're going to bend your knees. Yeah, so it takes a bit of balance, this one. Yeah, so here, bend your knees. Again, this stance is about the same height as your back stance, yeah? So you shouldn't be standing with a straight leg. This leg should be bent, this leg up. Yeah, back, up, back, up. Lots of techniques you'll practice in this one later on, okay? So we'll go through the stance, okay? So Haktari Seogi, crane stance. Okay guys, just a short one today for this video. So practice these stances. There is lots more stances in Taekwondo that we will practice, but these ones are very, very important for every Taekwondo grade, that you must get these right, yeah? For your white belt to black belt to fourth dan, you need to be able to do these stances. You need to know the stances, know the names in English, and also know the names in Korean, okay? Thank you very much guys. Attention. 감사합니다. See you next time.